All right, yo, serious topic. Serious topic. I've been wanting to talk about this, but I ain't really have nobody to talk to about it. I'm gonna probably put this one on YouTube. I was just gonna send it to Marco Polo, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great on my way to work. I seriously just wanted to talk about load management in the NBA. Load management. There's a lot of different takes on it. The best take I heard so far to cure load management was from Jalen Rose, who was talking about for every game that a player takes off of load management, just put zeros across the stat board because that'll make them want to play. Don't nobody want no zeros across the stat board. Slicing all your fucking averages. You ain't really got to fuck with their money. But I don't personally have an issue with load management, but I also am saying I don't have an issue with load management because I don't go to NBA games often. I don't really know anybody who does. There ain't no NBA teams here in Virginia, so the closest we got is D.C. And when I went to Washington, D.C., John Wall and Bradley Beal played. I mean, if they not injured, they always play. So I don't really have an issue with load management, but the people who have an issue with it really are like ESPN, TNT, some of the broadcasters that show these games, and then they're not getting the viewers because the stars aren't playing. Niggas could have been like, yo, we could have put Bones on and got the same amount of viewers, dog. Like, why we paying y'all niggas so much? We ain't getting no viewers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have an issue with load management. But a lot of people have an issue with it because they're just like, oh, it's like it's ruining the game, or whatever. And they just kind of putting Kawhi Leonard as the face of load management. But, I mean, there's proof of people resting players when they don't want them to get injured way before Kawhi Leonard. I mean, and college is a lot of the same way when they just, oh, man, like, this player could possibly get injured, blah, blah, blah. Sit him. Don't force him to play. Like, when the Warriors played KD and he was injured, and now he's injured for the whole year. There's so many things against the argument on why players should load manage. Then you got these players as, oh, well, Jordan did it, man, fuck Jordan. Everybody ain't trying to be like Jordan. Jordan took a few years off. Everybody want to just sit there, oh, Jordan played 82 games. Yeah, that nigga took a few years off. Like, come on, brother. Nigga he played, one game his second season. Skipped 94, part of 95. 99, 2000, part of 2001. Like, all these years, I think Jordan got, 13 years in the league over the course of 19 years, 18 seasons, something like that. Like, come on, man. A nigga took years off. But they get mad at Kawhi Leonard for taking some games off. Kawhi Leonard still has his car, his truck, from high school. That shit was in 1997. I just looked it up. 1997 Tahoe, I think. He still got the same truck from high school. And it still runs. And he still uses it. Probably because he load managed his truck. He probably ain't putting 600, 700,000 miles on that bitch. He probably using it when it's necessary. And then it got them this far. But how many people got cars that they didn't have for over, 10 years? It's 20 years old. How many people still got their same cars for that long? People be switching up their cars and shit. As soon as they fuck up, oh, I'm going to get a new one. I can't lie. I mean, I do the same shit. This fucking car I got right now, I done had this shit for 6 years. And I got it when it was 0 miles. Well, it was like 7 because he had to test drive and shit. But my car is a 2013, which means it was made in 2012. It's about to be 2020. So it's a 7-year-old car. It's got 57,000 miles on it. I don't put 10,000 miles on my car a year. I ain't burning my shit the fuck out. I would like my car to last pretty long. I would like to pay it off, and it's going to be paid off next year. I would like it to last at least 5 more years. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me taking care of it, getting the oil changes and all this and that. And they get mad at Kawhi Leonard for basically treating his body like he treat his car. NBA players got mileage. They have mileage, yo. They can't sit here and play forever. I mean, look at Tom Brady. He been playing for a minute, but I guarantee this. If Tom Brady knew that he was going to be playing football as long as he was going to be playing, he wouldn't take some of them sacks that he took earlier in his career. He wouldn't take some of them risks because it would give him more years. That's why Tom Brady, he a vegetarian. That nigga, he's doing all this to make himself last longer. He's trying to play longer. LeBron talking about some, he on the same shit. And I'm just like, LeBron, I don't know if you get it, dog. Like, you not taking no games off. You need to take some games off because Kawhi Leonard taking games off. That nigga is still, he's younger than you, LeBron, and he's competitive. He can battle with you every year. Like, you might need to take some games off to keep up with that nigga because he's not going nowhere. If you want to play with your son, LeBron, you might want to relax. He going super hard this year with AD. This shit got championship written all over it. I mean, they got celebrities in the stadium. You know, Kobe coming. They got Dave Chappelle at practice. They dancing and shit or whatever. This shit looked just like the Miami Heat when they went to the finals and fucked up the Thunder. Like, they was doing fucking skits and shit. This team looked exactly the same. Like, bro, this shit got NBA Finals written all over it. They going straight to the finals. And I say they going straight to the finals because Paul George is going to take some of them shots away from Kawhi Leonard. I don't think, I think one-on-one, like, the way Kawhi did with the Raptors, when it was just like, yo, everybody just kind of deferred to Kawhi. Like, here, bro, ain't nobody in the league can stop that nigga, yo. No. That nigga done already beat LeBron in the finals once. LeBron beat him once, but it was more like Ray Allen beat him once. Kawhi is that nigga. 2 finals MVPs. He don't care about none of them stats. He don't care about none of that money. Kawhi Leonard just want a ball, and he want a ball at the highest level. And I'm just like, bro, with him taking these games off, nigga, we might have to deal with Kawhi for like another 10 years of him just being a threat. I mean, he learned from Tim Duncan, Tim Duncan had 20 years in the league of being a threat. You already knew if you had to play Tim Duncan in the playoffs, like, bro, this shit, what do you say on South Park? You're not going to have a good time. Like, why do we have to play Tim Duncan in the playoffs? You're going to have a bad time. It's not easy. I mean, I want to say, like, the Spurs got fucked up in a few playoff series. I want to say, like, well, I know one, the Thunder. We all knew Tony Parker couldn't do shit about Russell Westbrook. We like, Russell! Nigga was too athletic for Tony Parker. Nigga was too athletic. But, and I want to say the Mavericks got in their ass one time, too. I think the Mavericks got in their ass the same year they got in the Kobe ass, too. Like, Mavericks couldn't be stopped that season. But, for the most part, I mean, we look at the Spurs' history, and it's just like, yeah, you can never sleep on them. As long as Tim Duncan was there, they kept getting 50 wins a season. I think every year in his career, maybe not the last one. In the last one, they might have got 49 wins. And that's including 2 lockouts. These niggas still had 50 wins. And if they didn't get 50 wins, they was on par to get 50 wins. Like, bruh, these niggas... If Kawhi Leonard was still on the Spurs, it would still be... The Spurs would be number 1 in the West right now. Period. Why? They get mad at Kawhi for load managing. I like that he's giving other players a chance to develop. He's not to say that Kawhi is like, oh, I'm just super nice, I ain't got to play or whatever, but it's just like, yo, he plays when it's necessary. I just look at it like the next step that we're going to get to is what's stopping Kawhi Leonard or the NBA teams from having a player on their roster and then just not playing them until the playoffs. Like, oh yeah, we have Kawhi Leonard on the roster. For the whole season, we're just going to develop our under players. And then when we get to the playoffs, yo, Kawhi, let's go. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you go to the rec right now, you playing like a pickup game, 5-on-5, blah, blah, blah. And then we get to a game where it's just like, all right, we playing for money this time. And they be like, all right, yo, my boy right there, he about to come play. Where the fuck he come from? What the fuck? We can't repick teams? We are repicking teams. I'm picking up my boy that's been sitting on the, like, nigga, we tired now. It's not against the rules. But I'm not gonna sit here in front like, bro. When I play NBA 2K, I run my league. I do the same thing, bro. I develop my players that need to be developed the most. My players that is already like developed like that, I use them more of a mentoring role because they can get buckets in little minutes. I look at my per 36s. I have me on my league team. I average like 37 points a game per 24 minutes. I don't need 40 minutes a game to get my buckets. I'll put me in the game for like 17 minutes. I'll get 20 points, 12 assists, and get out the game. You good. You good. I mean, yeah, it'll affect my averages, but look at my standings. Look at my goddamn standings. Record 78-4. Like, bro. Load management. I just don't see... I only see a problem with it for the people that's going to the games and they want to see these players. In every other part of the workforce, we allow people to get like PTO, where it's just like, yo, you can take leave. And I kind of look at it like, well, shit, maybe that's what we need in the NBA. Maybe we need to allow players to take like 10 games off a season. And for those 10 games off a season, like let's say your contract is for 72 games played, right? And then then you get like 10 games off. But if you don't take those 10 games off, you should be able to sell those 10 games for more money. So give a player an $18 million contract for 72 games. If you play for that extra 10, give them an extra $2 million or prorate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you played 77 games. So we're going to give you an extra $1 million on top of the 18 that you got. Because the 18 was for 72 games. Guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? What is the issue? I think that if you allow players to get PTO and stuff like that, take certain games off, barring injury, why not have it so that put it out to the public where a player is like, hey, he's going to be taking this game off. But they're like, oh, that's going to affect the bottom line. That's going to affect the money. Let's fuck up and deal with it. But anywho, I'm at work and I got to go. So